Free, welcome back to my channel. So I'm recording off of my cell phone because the memory card in my camera for some reason it's not being read by my computer anymore. It's saying that it can't read the device or whatever, and then when I tried to look it up, it said something about like it being like corrupted or something, and I just don't feel like trying to fix that. So I'm just gonna record on here for right now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I needed a new SD card anyway, but I'm just irritated because I had a whole video that I made on that camera and I don't feel like redoing it. So I don't know, I'll figure it out. But anyway, so this video is going to be about this semester, how the semester is going. And man, this semester has just been stressing me out. Like, it's just been crazy. Like, and I'm not the only person that feels this way, and it's not even just George Mason students, it's students everywhere, whether you're in high school, but college for sure. Like, us college students, we are feeling it right now. Like, these professors, I don't know where this huge sense of entitlement comes from. And it's not all professors. There are some professors out there that are great, that, you know, you could tell they actually care about their students. And I know that professors are struggling just as much as students right now with you know, all these new changes and stuff like that. So I'm definitely not talking about them. But, you know, it's the same thing with high school too. It's like you have like a few good teachers with kind hearts that everybody loves, but the rest of them people just don't like, because you can tell that they just want to make things harder for us for whatever reason, just to be, you know. And it's like a lot of these professors, they aren't being considerate, like, at all. And this was the issue that I had too in high school a little bit, but it got worse when I got to college. A lot of professors treat their class like that's the only class you're taking. So they give you so much homework because in their minds they're like, okay, like, we made enough work to where you're gonna have something to do every single day. But then you times that by 5 classes, it's a lot. And they know that we're taking multiple classes, you know, more than likely. Like, all of us are not taking 1 or 2 classes. We're taking full loads because we need to graduate. And I feel like a lot of professors have this mentality of, you know, you chose to take this class, you read my syllabus, you chose to, you know, like, y'all, like, they make it seem as though we have a choice in whether or not we take classes online. Now, if you want to get into the technicalities of it and like the definitions of it, sure, we did choose to take these classes online and not take a semester off. Yes, we did choose that. However, you know good and well that a lot of us, our goal is to get our degree in 4 years. And for a lot of us, we have to. I know for me, like, my mom is helping me pay for college, and she told me that she's only going to pay for 4 years. If I take any longer than that, then the rest is going to be up to me. And so a lot of us don't even have a choice. We don't really have a choice. Like, we have to grind and get our degree now. And a lot of us are taking classes that we need now. Like, putting it off is only going to hinder us more, and it's going to lead to more money, because the more semesters you have, or the more semesters that you have to stay at Mason, the more tuition money that you're going to have to pay. And so to say that, you know, we're choosing to take online classes is very just not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not considerate, and it's not you know, I don't know, like, it's just like almost okay. So the idea that we chose to take online classes, right? Because I've seen people from other colleges say that too, like, oh, well, don't you guys have classes that are in person? Barely. Like, again, if you have certain classes that you need to take now, and every single course or every single section of that class that's offered is online, how is that us choosing to take online classes? That's not that choice is no longer there if every single class that we need only has an online option. For one. Two, we're in a pandemic. Like, say whatever you want. Like, yeah, like, obviously for most of us, being in a classroom is way more you know, it's more beneficial for us because, you know, we're better able to focus. And, you know, like, we need to be in a classroom. We need that structure, we need that schedule, we need that one-on-one time with the professor and other students. And a lot of us don't have that option because some, like, entire departments are online. I know for me, my classes are through the School of Business. Every single School of Business class is online. I didn't have a choice in that. Like, I didn't, even if I wanted to. But that's another thing too. It's like, you know good and well that regardless of what's better in the situation in terms of, like, our learning style, we're in a pandemic. There's a deadly virus going around. And to say that we should have chosen to put ourselves at risk and take classes in person, it's just silly to me. And to make classes harder because, oh, this is what you guys chose. No, it's not. First of all, none of us chose to go through a pandemic, and most of us aren't really choosing to take classes online. All of this is being forced on us. And again, I get it. I get the frustrations of professors to have to, like, you know, redo their lesson plans and try to figure this stuff out. But why are you trying to spite everybody else? Why take it out on your students? Like, a lot of this extra work that's being put on a lot of people is just it's unnecessary. And I promise you, I'm not learning anything more from all the extra busy work. Like, and just to give you guys you know, a perspective of, you know, my schedule, I don't have my planner with me. I was gonna bring it on camera, but it's on my bed, so I'm not even gonna bother. But just off the top of my head, like, I have, so pretty much every single class that I have, they have assignments that are given through a separate program that's usually connected to a textbook. And so for a lot of classes, I have, like, multiple assignments due for one class each. Back when the world was normal and we just had normal classes that we would go to, I would have one, maybe two, but usually one assignment per class due each week. So again, like, I normally take 5 classes a semester, and so that means I would have around 5 assignments due a week. Now it's like quadruple that. I have let me just think off the top of my head. So accounting, I have probably 4 assignments due. Yeah, so 4 assignments for accounting. What else am I taking? Management. That's like 4 or 5 assignments. So you're already looking at, like, I'll say 4. So 4 for accounting, 4 for management. You're already looking at 8 assignments due. Okay? 8 assignments due. This is in a week period. Then I have, what other classes do I have? Wait till I get to economics. I'm gonna say that one for last. I have a marketing class. The marketing class, I want to say we have, like, the concept quizzes and the discussion boards. So I'll give it like 2. So now we're at 12 assignments. Why can't I think right now? Accounting, marketing, management. Oh, information systems. That class is okay because I have, like, a quiz and a discussion board for that. So I'll add on 2 to that. But also I have group projects as well. But I'm not even good. That's like a separate thing. So we're looking at 14 assignments already, right? Then we have economics. I have economics. And those range anywhere from 8 to 9. Sometimes I had 14, I think, last week. But so we'll just say 10. Ballpark range 10. So I have 10 assignments due in economics. I want to say per week, but per due date, because sometimes I have two due dates in the same week. So sometimes I'll have stuff that's due on Sunday, and then I'll have stuff that's due on Thursday for economics. So for each of those, it's roughly 10 assignments. So now you're looking at roughly 20 assignments due a week. This has been my life since the end of August. And it's insane. It's giving me a headache. It's giving me so much anxiety. And again, I have a planner. I've been trying to keep up with like all of my work, but I've still been like forgetting assignments or doing it late. Not many. It's only been like 2, but it's a lot to keep up with. I don't have time to actually sit down and study stuff, because the moment I get a breath of fresh air, I take it. Like, I just don't believe in school compromising my mental health like that, even though it already is. But the moment I get like a little breather, I don't want to then go back and start going back through stuff and studying again. I want a break. I need a mental break. And I think that's the issue. These professors aren't really allowing for mental breaks. It's either you work so much that you stress yourself out 24/7 for, was it August, September, October, November, December, like 5 months, or you take the proper mental health days and breaks that you need, but then you're forced to procrastinate. Like, there's like no healthy middle ground with these assignments, and it's so much. And even with this whole new exam system is annoying, like having to be recorded. Like, it's not even about cheating. I just don't like the idea of someone sitting there and watching me for an hour, even though it's not like in real time. They're watching me after the fact, but still, like, what if I want to scratch my nose, or what if I, what I'm saying, I don't want to be watched that like, that's just, it's weird. It's a weird concept to me. And so yeah, and I'm not gonna, and this is why, like, I've been slowly transitioning from like being on social media so much, and I've been utilizing it in different ways. Like, I feel I'm starting to make my social media more like business oriented, because I have my clothing line, I have my podcast, and I've been really focusing on that, and I've been using my main accounts to promote that stuff, because I just don't want to consume myself in social media, because as I've talked about in past videos, it does affect me sometimes, and it does get a little bit annoying. You can call me a hater, you can call me whatever you want, but it does get on my nerves a little bit when I'm going on social media and the same people are like constantly bragging and talking about how great everything is for them. You can celebrate your successes, but some people like overdo it. Like, it shouldn't be like every other hour you're talking about like, oh, I just got this, and oh, I just got that, and oh, my professor said no exams, and oh, my professor just gave me 100 for no reason. And like, seeing stuff like that all the time is a little bit annoying to someone like me, whose professors aren't letting up. They aren't giving any like breathing room for anything. So I do try to like take a step back sometimes, and again, I'm human. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just everybody's not so fortunate. Like, everybody doesn't have amazing professors. Not everybody has professors that opt out of exams. Like, I'm sorry, I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear you brag about how you don't have exams this semester. Like, congratulations. Like, the rest of us are stressing out and struggling, and it's going to be a tough semester. I commend anybody who gets straight A's this semester, because it is just, oh my gosh, like, I just don't even know. Like, and it's only September. I have exams coming up next week already, and it's like, do I study or do I take a break? And that decision could make or break my grade, and so I don't know, man. I'm just stressed out, and again, I'm looking into getting like a remote job, since I can't drive anywhere right now. And the just the thought of having a job on top of school, I promise y'all right now, if I finally get hired somewhere, y'all not gonna see me on YouTube for a minute, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep up with all of this. It's a lot, man. And even too, like with my podcast and everything, like it's just hard trying to keep up with it all. And I know I'm not the only one. Everybody is struggling right now, and you know, it's a lot. Like, self-care is just going out the window, and I'm trying so hard to make time for myself in the midst of all of this. But again, these professors just don't care. They don't care. Like, they're like, no, we're gonna give you so much homework that you're not gonna have room to do nothing else. And professors have to stop thinking that their class is the only important class. Like, no. And don't tell me, oh, well, you know, if it's too much work for you, you can drop out. Like, you know I can't do that. And you know I'm not going to do that. Like, and then, also too, because I had this issue over the summer as well. I've been seeing people say, like, their professors won't answer questions. Like, when you email professors stuff, like, they don't want to answer your questions. They, you know, act as if if you bring up a problem or an issue to them, they act like it doesn't matter or it doesn't exist. I had a friend who was like, you know, she emailed her professor on some clarification on due dates, because again, I have this issue too. I have this issue every semester, even before the pandemic, where a professor will put a due date on the syllabus or the class schedule, but then when you go into the actual assignment, it's different. So she just wanted clarification on when the assignment was actually due, and he refused to answer her question because the answer was supposedly on the syllabus, even though the syllabus and the assignment had contradicting information. And it's like, how hard is it really to take 2 seconds out your day to answer a question like that and just be like, hey, this assignment is due on this, like, I changed it, whatever. Like, I don't like professors that are like that either, that don't like to answer questions and help their students. It's like, why did you become a professor then if you weren't willing to do that? Like, that to me doesn't make any sense either. And so yeah, I just hope that, you know, I don't hope for anything. You know, I guess I do. I hope that I make it through the semester with a good enough GPA, because these professors just aren't letting up. And I'm very curious to see how these first batch of exams are going to go, because everybody that I know is getting recorded. Like, not just the webcam, but even our voices, like, they're picking up everything. So it'll be interesting to see how these first exams are going to go, because it's really going to show how much people are actually retaining the information. And then we'll see what happens. Midterms are in October, so, you know, the semester's already going by kind of quickly. But yeah, if you guys are having the same issues as I am, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys check out my clothing line and my podcast. If you guys want a source for news, you know, feel free to check out the Melanin Report, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.